Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild. Hey, it's Lightroom Live. I remember doing this show once or twice before. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me and see me just fine. I am broadcasting from my basement. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's been a little while since we've done this show. In fact, 4 weeks to the day. So I try to do these Lightroom Lives at the end of every month. The final Tuesday of July? Yeah, it's July. Yeah, so if you've never experienced Lightroom Live before, it's where I take pictures that you've submitted to the email address submissions@scalebuildersguild.com. And I bring those into Adobe Lightroom, which you're looking at right now. And we do some color correction, make them look even better. Maybe even do the odd crop. I've been reading through the chat here. RC Patina guy, congrats on your victory in the concourse. If I was there, you wouldn't have won anything. I'm kidding, of course. There were lots of amazing trucks. I think Moose Jaw had one that got an award. Yeah, there were lots of people I know that were winning awards, which is really amazing. It's pretty spectacular to see that. I have put my microphone down here, so I'm not leaning in as much. Now it's just to sort of be like in my face, but not like in your face, as it were. Seafart Fire Truck, hello, my friend. Lots of things going on in the chat here. So glad to have you guys back. Sorry for the massive delay on getting these photos out from the previous month. I think it took me a whole month to get some of them out. I apologize. I'll endeavor to do less, or I'll endeavor to do more less next time. No love for cilantro. Ben. I did make the Axial video, though. I commented. I don't know if I tagged you in that, but I did say cilantro. It was so nice to see that truck again. I'm glad that you took it up there. I hope it's all working well. Yeah, Patina guy did see it as well. Yeah, so that's good. I'm not sure if any of you guys have watched the FMS Land Cruiser video, but I'm pretty pumped. I think I'm going to make a miniature version of the Jelly Bean with that truck. There's nothing in that interior that should stop me from doing it. I won't be able to pinch the nose probably, but at least I can make it a pickup again and confuse people with that build. So hopefully we'll do that. Let's get into Lightroom Live, though. This is Andres Hermelo's photo. He sent some pretty awesome photos before. This is a good-looking truck. I believe it's a VS410 Origin, actually. I think that might be the original. I can tell by the sliders there. But he's done a lot of really cool custom metal work, which looks amazing. He used the RC four-wheel drive Land Cruiser, cruiser body. Put some nice warm headlights in it. Love that worn winch. Looks awesome. Very, very cool. Great photo. Nice depth of field. Man, you fall back into a rhythm with this show, don't you? It's just like, just flows out of you. Hey, Robbie Bobster. Hi, all. This room really lights up my day. Oh, boy. The dad jokes have begun. All right, I've updated Lightroom Live. Well, I've updated Lightroom since the last time. And there's a whole bunch of new presets in here. Some of them are good. Some of them are not so good. Some of them are a great starting point, though. So we're going to see if we can't find one that kind of sets the mood. I like this one here. It sort of puts a lot of warmth or a lot of red into the blacks. So you're kind of getting this kind of like almost sepia tone over the whole thing. So we're going to go with that as a starting point. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down into our HSL sliders. Where are they? There they are. And I think we're going to grab our yellow and kind of ramp that up a little bit again. Actually, instead, what we're going to do is we'll do an adjustment brush and we'll do it just to that yellow there. This is already looking pretty cool. I'm just using the Sky Drama one there. But if we go into the HSLs, which I think I can still adjust. Actually, why is that only affecting not the mask? That's curious. I'm sure there's a way that we can get it to just effect within a mask, but it's something I don't know. Is it a narrowed cruiser body? No, I don't think it's narrowed. It looks like Andres may have trimmed the fenders a little bit, though. But I think it doesn't look narrowed to me. I've got one. They're bigger than most. Like they're scaled up, larger than most models. Did everyone sign the card to send to Matt? I wonder what that's all about. Jesse, you'll have to tell me. Soothing tones to tonight's live stream because I've got my very fancy microphone today. Seafart Fire Truck, thanks for the $5. I want a video series of Mini Jelly Bean and the opportunity to buy it. That can be arranged. I mean, they're pretty small, so it would be probably pretty easy to just make a whole bunch of them. In fact, maybe I'll talk to FMS and I'll say, hey, BT dubs, a lot of people really love this stupid truck that I made. So could you maybe like make it for everybody? Could be the thing. Who knows? We'll investigate that. I do have a direct link to FMS, so I'll make some calls. Andre, I'm not going to do too much to this photo because I think, you already kind of nailed it. It's a beautiful photo, great location. It's just like the perfect time of day, and I love how misty it is too. Like you've really captured some really cool stuff here. So instead of sky drama, I want to use that as a shadow boost. And we're going to lift those shadows a little tiny bit more so we get to really see that axle, because I do like that. RC Patina guy, thank you for the $4.99. Did you see the Bob Ross build I did? I was saying it was you, Matt. My wife thinks your voice sounds like Bob Ross. Well, let's put a little happy tree back over here. I guess on this show specifically, I do have that tone. Yes, Wes, you seem like your voice and cadence is putting you at like a 1.75 tonight. I'd say you're pretty close to correct on that. I took today off, just a random day in the middle of the week, and just kind of chilled. Actually, I filmed most of the Bronco review, and that'll be going live in the next couple of days as soon as there's no rain here, so I can, or at least not as much rain, so I can get some good looking stuff like Andres here. All right, we've raised those shadows. Let's bring up texture and a little bit of clarity there. I think that really helps. And vibrance is already kind of, I'm feeling it where it is right there. And I like everything else. I don't think I'm really going to need to make any more changes. Before, after. I think we've done some pretty significant stuff to it. Let's go full screen for a moment here. That's a cool shot, man. Before, after. You know what? There's one thing that I'm missing, actually. And over here you can see there's a bit of a horizon line. I'm not sure if that's water or a mountain or something, but I think I'm going to try to bring a little bit of that blue back in here. So let's get out of full screen mode. And I'm just going to pull in something there. And we'll swing it more towards blue. And maybe even pull it down a little further, but rotate it out of the greens over here. How far can we go? I think I'll just make it a little more subtle. I think that's probably good. Yep. That nailed it. Full screen. Before and after. I like it. Travis, never apologize for being late. You're not late. It's just nice to have you. Yeah, I'm feeling good. These D44s are nice. I wish, like I've got a set on my Origin, which is now the Willys. Good question, Moose Jaw. Is this in Hawaii? I feel like Andres is from Argentina for some reason. or maybe from the Scottish region of the world. I'm not sure. Andres is there. Hermelo RC, tell us where this was from. I mean, I have a good idea, but not a great idea. Yeah, these are good days. Robbie, I think you're going to find that problem amongst most manufacturers is that, I mean, even within a manufacturer, Spain, I was close. I was off by a continent. Yeah, it's beautiful there, man. I love Spain, actually. That's probably one of my favorite places that I've gone to. Okay. I think that's going to do it for that one. Thank you, Andre, for your submission. And if you would like to submit your photos, send them my way. Submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. I'll get to them eventually. There's a lot in the queue. But, yeah, let's move on. Let's do Bill Sofroniuk's Range Rover Classic going up a little stream here. Seems like this one's probably early spring. You can tell by how few leaves there are on the trees. Yeah, nice looking photo. I love Bill's Range Rover. He's shown off the build on the forum. Used a lot of bumper stickers. Harley Resigns, I see there. July is Lexine Awareness Month. No, ours are funnier. And then Team Druber. So he's got a lot of good ones in there. I wonder if we can do something kind of fun with this one. Let's see here. I'm wondering if this is too much. Like if we're losing too much of the truck by doing this. Does that still work? I don't know if it does. I feel like we've lost too much of that photo. Richard Trujillo, is this like working on a coloring book? Yes, it is. It's an extremely expensive coloring book. Let's show Rich what we can do. All right. Let's start by warming it up a little tiny bit. We'll add some more tint of magenta, just a touch. I'm going to lower our exposure a tiny bit. Add a little more contrast. Pull down our, leave our highlights actually pretty much where they were. Is that called a crop? I don't know. I was trying to get rid of this sign because I don't think I can actually rid ourselves of that sign completely. Crop the stick in the foreground. I don't want it. Yeah. I didn't even see it until you asked me to get rid of it. Let's boost our shadows a little bit. Pull our whites down. Blacks can stay where they are. Texture and a little bit of clarity always helps. Let's get it a little more vibrant too. That helps. It's kind of sucky because there's not a lot of green. There's no real way to fake that either. Saturate a little tiny bit more. Like even if we do like a tint in that direction, it doesn't really help. Maybe that. Crop it like it's hot. What if we, let me see if I can get rid of it. This might work. It's a big thing to get rid of. Ugh. It looks totally real. It's actually, this silhouette is a bit awkward. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work, guys. Actually. And then I think I can do another one. Go in and maybe get rid of these trees entirely. Oof. I've completely ruined it. I think it was better before. You can hear the TV in the background. I wonder what she's watching. Quack RC, thanks for the $2. Hey man, the FMS Yoda is awesome. How's the Bronco? Well, he got rid of the sign and added a... I know what you're going to say. The Bronco is good. I haven't driven it yet because rain. But I think it's going to be fun. There. That's fixed it mostly. I think we'll say that's fixed. Okay, let's go down and get some more saturation into those reds, and we'll pop that yellow tiny. Well, actually, no, we're not going to pop the yellow. We'll pop orange, and let's put a radial filter around there. And we'll make that a shadow lift as well. What tool was that? That was the spot removal tool, Rich. Maybe you can teach your guys at Axial to do some photo correction. I don't think they need to. Their photos are looking really good lately, especially on Instagram. I do like what the socials guys are doing there. Did I see Changi's name in there? Hello, Changi. West Desert Wheeler. He's done a review video on the Bronco. You can check that out on the YouTubes. Mine will be up pending weather. Mine will be up either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. I want to know about this. Francesco, yeah, I'll be at the swap meet for sure. I just saw your message there. Somebody was saying something about a card you guys are sending me. I'm curious. Oh, you meant the Fun Haver Bronco. Sorry, I've got so many Broncos now. It's coming along. There's been more cuts. Some more cuts on, that I've shown on the forum. Can't wait to see what you do with your FMS. It sounds like people want me to do the jelly bean. So I think I'm going to do it. All right, let's toss a vignette on this. Where are my vignettes? Here they are. Heavy? Let's go heavy. I think heavy. True enough. I thought Rich was asking about the tool down in the bottom corner. This will go on your permanent record. Oh boy. All right, let's wrap this one up. I think that's pretty good. Let's do a little full screen and do a before and after. Before, big ugly sign. After, that's great. I like it. Thank you, Bill, for your submission. All right. What should we do next? How about this one from Trond Sigve Olsen? And I'm pretty chuffed about this one. This looks really nice. Nice looking Hilux. Still has the hole in the roof, or in the hood. So that could be a Tamiya body, not an RC four-wheel drive body. Hey, there's the goat right there. You're welcome, Bill. Thanks for your submission. It's a good looking photo. All right. Well, this is a pretty amazing photo. I think there's one thing we can do right away, and that's rotate it a little bit. Fix that horizon. Do we have a grid by chance? I wonder if Rebecca's watching something very loud. I'm going to ask her to turn it down. All right, let's constrain that crop. Ooh. I feel like maybe I actually rotate it a little tiny bit more. There we go. That's better. Yeah. We probably are in trouble. I'll let you know. If you don't see me on the live stream tomorrow night, you know what happened. Let's warm that up a little bit more. Actually, no, let's warm it up. Let's warm it up. But then let's lower our exposure a little bit more. And then let's throw a grad. Ooh, yeah. That's pretty good. I don't think I'm in trouble. I think she put her AirPods in. Like I said, if you don't see me tomorrow night. Hey, Tron's on here. Welcome, Tron. Thank you for watching. Whereabouts was this photo taken, if you don't mind us asking? Because it's very nice. Just warming that sky up a little bit more. Not going to have it so contrasty. I'm going to lower our clarity because that was getting a bit crunchy. There we go. That's better. The sky is coming to life. Feels quite good. What else should we do? Let's get the paint brush out here. And I'm just going to amp up these rocks a little bit. This Sky Drama filter that I use does a pretty good job of bringing some texture in. I mean, it does amp up the clarity, but you can do a little more texture there. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's a complement. The sky and the headlights kind of complement each other. And it's really this is more art than it is about the truck necessarily, but it's a good looking truck. We don't want to lose too much of it. Looks like you're running like a deep dish wheel there with some, what are those? 155 growlers. It's a nice combo. DK, you sold your LMT and your Rift. Are you looking for something fast or slow? And then let's go into the adjustment here and see if we can't kind of tint everything a bit blue. Not crazy. Like you can see how much I'm doing here. It's subtle. But I think never fast. Okay. All right. Then you might want to look at a tank. Bye, Rich. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for the chat today, too, by the way. Always nice to talk to you. All right. I think I'm feeling pretty good about that. I don't think it's a big change, mind you. Before, after. Just a little rotation, just pulling down some of the exposure there, adding some more blue and some texture into those rocks. And I think it's made that photo a lot better. I'm pretty happy with that. Thanks very much for your submission, Trond. That's a cool one. All right, let's do a steam-powered truck. That's a good idea, Wes. If you need any ideas, DK, on how to power a truck by steam, let me know. Oh, so this was in Norway. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sending that. I have a friend who lives in Norway. Do you know him? His name is Hemmistorm. Well, his real name is Chris. And he's from Amsterdam. So you'd be able to recognize right away that he's not from Norway. But he lives there now. Anyway, I'm just being a goof. I'm sure you don't know him. Let's do this Unimog from Wayne Smith. That's a good-looking Unimog. Is that the... It looks like the 6x6, kind of, but not. It's hard to tell. It may be just a stretched, like he's got the 4-door cab. Maybe it's a custom chassis. Regardless, cool photo, great location. I like the mud. Let's get muddy. Norway is small, so yes, I do know him. It's so great. RC Trail King, that feeling when you finally finish mounting your beadlock rims with MTR Wranglers, only to realize it's on backwards. Mm-hmm. Not gonna say that happens, but it does. All right, let's go back up to our presets here. I'm gonna use TR04 today. I think that's a good starting point. I like this truck a lot. There's a lot of doodads and stuff going on here. It's so long since I've seen the original grill, because I swapped mine out for the Night Customs one, so it looks more like a real Unimog. I forget that it looks like this. Hey, there's that winch again. Right on. Interesting place to mount your land anchor. But I approve of the photo. Very nice photo. Let's maybe dial back that saturation on that red or orange. I think it's orange. It's maybe more red than it is anything else. There we go. Just pulling it down a little bit, not too much. It's already got that preset kind of landed it in a pretty good spot. But you know what? Unimogs are, I know this isn't necessarily old, but let's throw some grain at this photo. Medium grain. And then we'll toss a vignette on it as well. Just a light vignette. And what else? I'm going to cool off the photo a little tiny bit. Knock back our exposure a touch. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. It's a fun show, isn't it? Let's add a little texture in there and some clarity. Actually, I'm going to pull back clarity a tiny bit. I guess I'll give the stream a like. You don't have to. You can just not. That's fine too. In fact, dislike it, Wes. Trond, I would appreciate that. Definitely send them my way. Let's touch more vibrance. And let me look at this full screen for a moment. That looks pretty good. Before, after. I think we just kind of amped up some of the greens. Made the truck stand out a little bit more from the rest of the background. I'm curious to know what that truck in the background is. That looks pretty nice too. Yeah, good stuff. That's a great photo. Before, after. Thank you, Wayne, for your submission. That's a nice photo. All right, let's do this one from Westmade next. Some of you may have heard of him. I don't know. This is some sort of truck. It says Ford on it, I believe. Some sort of Ford truck. I don't know. He's definitely made it sort of more of an overlanding, old-timey truck. Did he already scratch the bumper? Oh, man. I don't know, Wes. I appreciate that, Mike. Thanks very much. DK, you also love Lightroom Live, eh? No idea what the hell you're doing, but it's like sitting with a friend. You're the Bob Ross of RC Picks. Thanks, man. You guys are so kind tonight. Makes doing this show worth it. All right, well, white balance as it was shot was fairly cool. So this must have been an early spring day. But I think we should warm it up a touch. Just into there. Not like, I'm not going to blow people's monitors, but let's go somewhere in there. And then maybe, for fun, Do we make this like a sepia tone? That's kind of boring. Let's do this. We'll make it a vintage photo. We'll do a red lift matte. So that's basically applying a red filter to the whole photo, mostly into the blacks, like into the contrasty stuff. You could go warm shadows, but that just kind of looks muddy. Flat and green is also a different way of going about it and making it feel a bit more vintage. But I think we'll go red lift. Well, actually, you know what? Changing my mind. Let's go flat and green. And then let's add heavy grain. Is that doing anything? Oh yeah, that's in there. And we'll throw no vignette on this one. We'll pull our highlights down a little bit so we get a little more definition in the body, because it is like tan paint, tan two-tone. And it's a pretty tan background, so we're going to have to do some work to kind of separate it here. But by pulling those highlights down, you actually do get to see a bit more separation in the color. Trond, you forgot to edit the hole in the roof. Oops. But I did it anyway. The car went silver with correct stickers and vinyl. Oh, nice. Cool. Yes, I did miss that hole. I didn't think I was going to... Oh, man. That's what she said. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it in the photo. Let's amp up our texture and add a little clarity too. That's going to help the separation on our color. And then, you know what? Let's pull in a radial or a gradient here. And we'll kind of tint that towards blue just to give us a little bit of separation. And I think we'll duplicate that and pull the other one up, rotate it all the way around. There we go. And just put a little more blue in the sky there. And then actually go back to this one here. Just click on it again. And we'll tint that more towards green too, just to give some difference between these two top and bottom areas. There we go. I think that's looking pretty cool. I like that one. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Hello, old Sun RC. How are you, sir? Full screen for a moment. Before. Oh, that's a pretty heavy-duty difference. I like that. That looks pretty cool. I think that's what she said. Big Red Bitch, hello. If it's not dirty and scratched, you're not doing it right. Oh boy. You should come to my house. All my trucks are clean. Very cool photo. Thank you, Wes, for your submission. That looks amazing. Hey, this was a VS410 as well. I can tell by that. Ooh, I can tell by that running board or slider there. Very cool. That's a keeper. All right. Now what? Let's do this one from David Crabtree of a forerunner. That's a nice looking forerunner. Great photo. Very, very cool location. Love the crashing waves and some splashes and rusty old forerunner. Yeah, definitely seen a better day. Cantilever suspension. Very cool. That looks like it's an SCX-10-2 under there. What are these? Max's grapplers? Is that what that says? Max Grappler. Bridgestone. Is that a Bridgestone tire? I don't even know. Hey, Blue Dooley. Welcome. Wes is always doing top work. I agree. DK Matt. Axial Bronco or Traxxas Bronco? Oh boy. They're so vastly different. They're both big. That's for sure. Do I like Toyotas? Yeah. Traxxas Bronco or Axial Bronco? Well, do you want unlocking differentials? Is that something that is sort of a deal breaker? Do you like portal axles? Do you like portal axles on a truck that doesn't have them? Do you like straight axles and a huge almost 7 scale body? It's sort of a toss-up. They're kind of in the same price range. I would argue that the feature set is slightly better on the Bronco, but the overall detail and like level of detail and the quality of the body is above and beyond on the Axial. So not really sure. It's also sort of your preference. Do you have a lot of Axial trucks? Do you not have any Axial trucks? Do you have Traxxas trucks? It's like, can I have to sort of decide for yourself what could be better added to your arsenal? It's the best I can do for you. Let's go with this one. I'm going to go TR6 on the presets here. That one looks pretty cool. I think it's going to be a good starting point. Definitely going to have to raise the blacks, though. It feels pretty crushed. Andy Muehlner. Hello, G-Shocker. Thanks for the £5.86. What an interesting number. For the Lightroom Live Playlist Fund. Cheers. Thanks very much, Andy. Yeah, like I said, every month we'll be doing an episode of this because I still get a kick out of it. I still have a lot of fun with it. So let's definitely, let's see. You know what? Let's see what the auto angle button does. That sort of did fix the horizon. Maybe a little over cranked. Yeah, that's good there. We'll constrain that. Done. Cool. Is the Axial Bronco really that big? Yes. Check out my Instagram today. It's ginormous. Psycho Garage, counterpoint to your comment. The Axial's beautiful but expensive. Here's the counterpoint. It's what, $579 or what is it? I don't even remember. I'm sure I have it on a main here. Axial Bronco. I can't spell, but it doesn't matter. $579 for the Axial Bronco. For the Traxxas Bronco, let's just use that as another example. That's $549. So there's more plastic molding in the Axial truck. It has an interior. It has a roll cage. It has lights included. So the main differences, I'd say, is portals on the Bronco. And what's the other thing? Shifting differentials. So you get 2 more servos. So, I mean, is the Axial Bronco really that expensive? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. I think it's pretty much in line with sort of the features that you're getting. You get dig instead of the 2-speed or locking and unlocking diffs. It's sort of a toss-up. I think that's sort of where most of these companies are going too. They're all sort of trying to reach for this sort of like middle ground. So it gets really hard for you to decide what you want. And I mean, here's the other thing, the Traxxas truck. And I love the Traxxas Bronco. Do not get me wrong. I think that thing kicks serious ass. I'm still not a fan of all the shifting stuff, and I've never been. But the Axial kit, I mean, it's going to come down to your preference, but also what I was trying to get at, I think, was the electronics. I think the electronics in the Axial truck are better than what Traxxas offers. That said, they're both kind of closed systems now. One with the Traxxas connector, one with the IC3 connector. It's getting really hard for you to kind of make a good, fair comparison among the competitors. And I think that's sort of been the goal of them, is to each have their own little sort of niche and to make it so if you like that body, that's the one you're getting. So there you go. I'm just fortunate enough to be in a situation where I can have them all. So it makes it easy. Yeah. All right, let's correct this photo before I dive too deeply down what should be discussion for tomorrow night. In fact, I hope you guys all check in tomorrow night, because Turks and Jerps himself, also known as Pardon My Noob, is going to be our guest tomorrow night. And he is a master of scratch building, styrene building, weathering, dumpster building. It's just about everything in this hobby you can do. He's done it. And he's going to be a great guest to have on tomorrow night. So, yeah. Definitely check out that show. It's going to be a good one. Psycho 13 Garage, I totally get that. It is expensive, for sure. Travis, I guess, answering a question about the size of the body. Dominic, these pictures are from all over the place. I'm not really doing them in chronological order on this monthly show. It's just sort of whatever I see, I correct. They all kind of go into the queue, so given enough time, they'll all be done at some point. If you didn't notice, I threw a grad in there on our sky, so we get a little more blue in there. Nice kind of contrast separation there. Let's do paintbrush here and try to... Oh my gosh, I'm ruining it. No, I'm going to bring it back, don't worry. Let's go into shadows. Pull our highlights down, because that's getting a bit out of whack, but amp our shadows up so we get to see a bit more of that truck. I think that's sticking out pretty good. Let's add some texture. Not too much. And a little clarity, but not a ton. And actually, I'm going to do a tiny crop on this, even beyond what's already been done, just to clean up that edge, because there was a little bit of a stick sticking out. There, that's looking pretty good. I'd love to know where this photo was if David's watching tonight. Robbie's waiting for the SCX-10 straight axle builders kit. That's something I would like to see. I would be down for that. Dark Horse Garage, thanks for the $4.99. Much appreciated. He paints with a 12-inch roller. Ben, I'll get back on the Fun Haver. We'll probably do that next week on the Tuesday night show. Maybe we'll do like a What's on the Bench, because there's been a few developments. The Satan, what's that stupid thing called? the little 3-wheeler that I have, the Reliant or whatever it is. Changi, yes, he is also known as the better half of SBG. He's not in Toronto. No, he's in Ohio. But yeah, the Robin. Is it technically a Robin? I don't remember what they call it on their website. But anyway, it's not any of those anymore. It's now the Crazy Vaclav's Place of Automobiles 3-wheeler. Shifted into H. It's funny you mentioned, DK, it's funny you mentioned the Dremel. I was surprised nobody emailed me a photo of a Dremel. We should actually, you know what, for next month, if anybody sends me a picture of a Dremel, I want it to be scale accurate though. Like I want you to, like, if you're driving a truck, pose the Dremel like you would have it on the trail. And I'll correct the photos of them. I'll do it. I swear to God I will. Jumps on email. Don't bother, I'm dremeling. You have a real Bronco on order. Very cool, Matt. I've looked at it. I'm not going to lie. I just don't know. I think I'm going to wait it out. Because I like my straight axle Jeep. All right. Have we done enough to this photo? That looks pretty cool. Before, after. Have I made it too bright? No. I like it. I think it looks cool. I'm glad. I'm glad with that one. All right, what time is it? 9:15. We've got a little bit more time here. Let's do a couple more. But which ones? Ooh, I'm going to do this one from Justin Davis. Nice Jeep. Hey, is this the RC four-wheel drive one? Kind of looks like it is. He's got the updated Rubicon wheels. Very cool. Is that... Maybe this is the new Bright. It's so hard to tell nowadays. Yes, this is the new Bright because it's got these thingies. Okay, yeah. Very nice. I thought it looked better than the RC four-wheel drive one. Satan's the motor. Yes, I remember that now. I know what plate I'll be ordering you from Plate Shop. Oh boy. Thank you, Checker Past, I think. All right, let's keep this white balance basically where it is. Maybe shift it a little more towards the magenta. Lower our exposure a touch. I think we can make this look like a real photo. It looks to me like this was a screen cap that he sent us. So, Trond, thanks for the 50 Norwegian kroners. Kroners? Is that right? Thank you very much, my friend. We locking this? No. Let's get rid of these black bars here. Better already. Highlights are a little hot. There's not a lot of photo to work with. It is pretty pixelated. So we're going to do the best we can. Probably lower our clarity so we get rid of some of those pixels. Yeah, you can see the pixels. It's not a big photo. But we'll do the best we can with what we have. Even throw a filter up there, but what we'll do is we'll strip all the clarity out and dehaze it too, and maybe strip some texture out so it gets a bit blurry. There we go. And let's go to our saturation, amp that up a little bit. I had a new Bright. I've actually had 3 or 4 new Bright JKs in various states. I was right, kroners. One of them became the steam truck. One of them I did have in this color. What did I do with the other one? Giving us a little more aqua and a little more blue. That helps. This is a great angle because it does very much feel like, you'd be shooting this from like the bottom of this, riverbed or valley or whatever it is, and you're like, driver, turn to driver. Actually, he should turn driver. I think that's a pretty dangerous move right there. See you later, Psycho. Have a nice evening. All right, where are we at here? Let's go into our HSLs again. Just give us a little more orange. There we go. I like it. I think that looks pretty cool. Full screen that. Before. After. It's just, we're fixing this one. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. That's a good fix. Thanks for the submission, Justin. If you'd like to submit your own photos for this monthly photo altering show, send them to submissions@scalebuildersguild.com. I'm sure one of the fine mods has already posted that email in the chat. Wes, it can't be RC four-wheel drive. Look at the grill. It's a 7-slot. It doesn't have a weird square over it. Mine doesn't have a square. Well, I don't even have it anymore. I think somebody may have purchased that. Was that Travis? Travis, did you buy that? Good morning, Kel. Is it morning there? All right, let's do at least one more. What should it be? Let's do this Stephen Morgan Bronco. Holy cow. Well, that looks pretty great, Stephen. Gosh, I don't even know what to say. I'm blown away. This is very cool. This is obviously the hard body New Bright, but got a new paint job and an interior and a man and some metal bar work. And hey, I recognize that. Cool. Steven bought my antenna. That's cool. That's an antenna for a GPS system. And a lot of these Ultra 4 or like off-road style, desert Baja style things would have one of those. So that's pretty cool to see that on there, man. Thanks. He's got the cutouts on the doors. These are from Tan Woodworks, right? That is sick. And is that IFS? Cool. All around, very cool build, Steven. I like it. Let's see if we can make this photo look even better. I'm going to go a little wider on it just so we see more of the truck and less of the terrain. Always a good place to start. White balance feels pretty good. Maybe a touch warmer. Exposure is good. Let's pull those highlights down a touch. A big highlight there. Can't really do anything about that. Whispers 37. What? What's that mean, Brianna? There's other questions coming in here. Stabby. Hey, Stabby Josh. Hey, Matt, sorry to ask a non-Lightroom question. Well, that's what Lightroom Live's all about. But any theories on why Axial put 100mm shocks on the new Bronco when it's obviously too tall and needs shorter shocks? I will talk about that in the review. But long story short, I don't know. I'm not sure why. I have some theories, but I definitely, when I did the straight axle conversion on, pick 37, I understand. Okay, copy that. When I did the conversion to straight axles on the JL, back when that kit first came out, that was the first thing I commented on. I was like, why do you need to keep all of this up travel if you're going to a straight axle? If you had a portal on there, you might want all that up travel. But with a straight axle, you don't need all of it. So I promptly put 90 mils back on, and it lowered the truck down to a much more reasonable level. Some people like flex. I am not necessarily one of those people. So yeah, that's probably one of the first things I'm going to do once I get this stock run out of the way. So yes, I would say 90 mil is probably going to work just fine for most people. I'd argue you could probably, even on the Bronco, you might even try 80 mil. Just saying. Let's get those shadows up. I love that you cut away the back half of this body. Good job, Steven. Very nicely done. A little bit of texture, some clarity, but not too much. And we're going to give it a little more vibrance. Steven, just a tip for the next time. Let's try to get a little bit lower, if you can. Even if you can't, whether it be bending over is hard, or maybe find an elevated spot where you can get the truck a little bit higher up, or put the camera on like a selfie stick or something, and get nice and low. That's how I shoot 99% of my running videos. It's a VS410 with twin hammers IFS. That is pretty sick. That is very sick. It looks like it all worked together pretty well. I'm pretty amazed. That's very cool, dude. Yeah, just to get a better angle, just for the realism factor. And it's always good to see some horizon. I think that really helps. But overall, I think you did a tremendously good job on the truck. So, yeah, really nicely done. Let's get a little more saturation, but then I'm going to go back into our HSLs and pull the red back just a touch so it's not so poppy. Throw a vignette on that too. And then maybe change the hue on that green so it gets a little more green. Here we go, just so it feels a bit summery. That might be snow. Yeah, let's see if we can get rid of that. Good eye. Good eye on that giant patch of snow. Concentrating on snow removal. There we go. I'm Mr. Plow. That's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Can we see a close-up? Yeah, absolutely. Full screening on that. There we go. And a little before and after. No snow. I think that's a great-looking truck, Stephen. I'd love to know more about how you did that conversion. So if you get a chance, toss that up on the forum. It'd be really cool to see that. Very nice job. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right. Moving on. Let's toss one more in there. Let's get Briennes JK. JK. Hey, cool license plate. Hey, cool Scale Builders Guild sticker. Did you shoot this with your drone? Brienne and her man Ryan, they bought my drone, so they have my drone now. Hope there wasn't a memory card in there with embarrassing bad drone footage. You know what? I flew that thing once in the house. That's it. All right, we're gonna correct this photo, and then we're gonna go to bed. So I got a big day tomorrow. Let's warm it up a little bit. Pull down our exposure a touch. Did Ryan take this photo, or did you? Leaf spring versus cantilever. Well, one is springs and the other is leaf springs. I don't know. Cantilevers aren't very realistic. I can't think of many trucks that have them in real life. But if it's meant to have leaf springs, I'd just put leaf springs on. No, because I shot that in March. Oh, has this been in the queue since March? I'm a terrible human being. Terrible, terrible human being. Just adding some warmth into those rocks there, as you can see. Go crazy with that. Oh no, it's purple. No, I think that's more realistic. Embarrassing in-house footage. You know what it would be, Wes? It would be me using a Dremel on a body. Whoops, it got away from me. That thing's going to go all the way to Cleveland. What did I want to do? Oh, yeah, highlights on the Jeep body were a little bit hot, so we pulled those back. Nice slot mags. Good choice. Good wheel choice. Good tire choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're fired. Everybody knows Jeeps are 5-bolt. I'm publicly shaming you. A little bit of texture and a touch of clarity. Ryan says you have had You've had his since February. Oops. You know what? This show is a lot of work. And I got all that other building I want to do. I gotta do something different. Sorry. All right. Let's change the luminance on the yellow just a bit so it's not so in your face. And then I think I'm going to darken that area and that area, but I'll warm it up. I'll darken it and warm it up. Travis. You can't shame anyone for doing that. I have one that you did that to as well. But I called it out. I knew what I was doing. I'm terrible. Oh, Ryan, it's fine. It's just my dad's Jeep. You're only disappointing him. Oh, man. I'm making so many friends tonight. Hey, I'm correcting your photo. Relax. You can give it to him for his birthday. Let's get some more green in there. There we go. That's a nice little highlight. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to do one more brush adjustment. And just to get some definition between the axle and the bumper there, we're going to do a shadow lift. There we go. I think that's going to do it. You can do a live video of how you edit your running video. Checkered Past, that's actually going to be a new video series coming very soon. I'm going to be building a new computer, a new PC for my working from home system. We're going to go through the whole build of the PC, and then I'm going to wrap that up with an actual editing tutorial. And then, you know what, we'll even follow that up with a live editing sesh, if you will. All right, let's take a look at this one full screen because I think we're done. Before, after. Nailed it. His birthday's in September. Take your time. I don't think you want me to take my time, Ryan. Let's just get this one done. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a blast, as per usual. I totally love this show. I love all the comments. I love making these photos look great. I'll get these ones out soon. I won't sit on these. So let's go through them all together here, because that's something we're supposed to do, right? Let's go full screen. Started with Andre's Land Cruiser on the VS410, which just looks awesome. Hit that like button, please. Thank you. Before, after. And I think we moved on to Old Son's Range Rover Classic. I'm so glad that sign is gone. Before, after. Why not use the RCPC? Because the RCPC is going to be sent back to EVGA. I'm giving that to them because they helped support me a lot. And I wanted to give them something they could take to trade shows and whatnot. So they're going to have that on display. And then they kind of helped me by helping me with some new hardware for the new computer. So once that series starts, I'll kind of share those details with you. Westmade's truck, before, after. Trond, before and after. Wayne Smith, before, after. Shout out your favorite from tonight's, by the way. So you can't edit to 5-lug? I could Photoshop that, but that would take some time. Justin Davis's JK, before and after. Kind of feels like a magazine photo, actually, that one. I like that one. That turned out pretty good. I've got David Crabtree, his rusty old forerunner. And what else? What else do we do here? oh yeah, Stephen Morgan's Bronco, which he just told me he did chop up with a Dremel. Good for you, sir. A steadier hand than me. And I think finally, Brienne's father-in-law's JK. There we go. All right, folks, that's going to do it for tonight. Before and after. I think that's a much better. It's much better after. That's going to do it. Forerunner, Rover, FJ. It's all over the place. Oh, very cool. Matt Rogers is rewiring a new era Clodbuster tube chassis. I have no idea what that is, but if it's Clodbuster, I approve. You may have noticed, right behind me, over there, the egress is here. I'm so excited about that one. All right, folks, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Seafart Fire Truck, RC Patina Guy, Quack RC, Andy Muehlner, Dark Horse Garage, and Tron's Hobby Channel. Real pleasure. This has been awesome. Come back 4 weeks from now. We'll do this all again. See you tomorrow night for live stream takeover with Josh from Hardly Resigns. And Richard, pardon my noob, Turks and Jerps, will be the guest. So we're going to have a nice time talking to him. This is not the RC room. No, this is the other room. This is the living room. No, basement room. I don't know. See you guys. Have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.